Hey family, it's your girl ANAIJIA. And I did just want to touch on a couple of things because I have been getting a lot of texts and a lot of inbox messages on all accounts asking about this eclipse and what is my 2 cents. Like, what are some things that I feel like people need to know as it relates to the eclipse itself? And I'll put it like this, it's pretty simple. If you have not already been moving, um, if you have not already been doing the deeper soul work, this eclipse is probably not even going to be applicable to you, to be completely honest. Most of us have been feeling this shift for the several years, very, very strong. For me, I began to feel these energies at the very end of 2019. I mean, when all of that stuff was happening. And then there was a huge Jupiter Saturn conjunction that happened during the winter solstice of 2020. That was like a game changer. So for me, ever since that point, like, it's almost not even been normal, so to speak, in terms of the time speeding up, in terms of synchronicities, and in terms of these conscious channels that have been coming in, truly divine channels that have been coming in. So, I feel like if this eclipse is to affect you, with some direct shifts, you're already feeling these. To me, this is something that has already been initiated, and we're coming to this climatic point. Okay, so one thing I feel like people will notice is an exaggeration of what polarities they're already moving in. What it signifies symbolically is a merging of the masculine, or this patriarchal energy that's been like forced upon us as a society. It's going to be merging or having to slide to the side and make room for this divine matriarchal feminine aspect. Okay, and it's not about genders, it's about cosmic essences and their attributes or their nature. Okay, and that feminine aspect is something that has been villainized, to be completely honest. It's been misunderstood, and truly people are afraid of this type of aspect. It's really been demonized, but it is pure black void space. It is primordial void, and that is the essence of where creation comes from, to be completely honest. And so it's this mother energy that is integrating. That energy is coming in almost as a sense of chaos. It's more of a right brain energy, so it's not going to be as rational or logical as this left brain influence that we've had for so long. It's more of the creative, artistic, intuitive expression of us. Okay, but what's important is it's not a masculine or a feminine thing. Source, spirit, this energy coming in, that God presence, the Christ consciousness and the embodiment of it, it's actually the alignment of both of these polarities. And this is where we are collectively. Okay, so this is to me, it's like that checker flag, when the race is off and you're just off. And so this is what this represents. So if you haven't been doing the work, if you are moving of the world, then you're probably not going to feel much, except for more directly being affected by your consciousness and where your focus is. Okay, so for me, it's like tomorrow is a very ritualistic day. I will be very focused. I'm not going to be consuming certain things. I'm not going to be ingesting any type of media or things that are coming from external sources. It's really a time to anchor in and pay attention to what I call the unspoken language of the universe. So, just be very focused. Those of you that are already moving on the path, whatever that looks like, this energy does not care what your denomination or belief system is. It is anchored. It's something that actually resides inside of us, and it is going to be amplified. So it's a matter of choice, and it's a battle of the mind. Okay, so this is a strong activation point. It's about aligning these chakras, and blasting and getting out of this crown chakra, right? That's how you get out of the firmament. You actually blow through the crown. Okay, and that's the God conscious. Yeah, so don't believe the hype. I mean, a lot of people are watching these ridiculous movies, watching these ridiculous shows, and they're fear mongering. And, a lot of people are looking at all the travesty and just everything that's going on in the world today. And there are a lot of, dense happenings, but none of this has been in vain. Those of you that have been through something and still stood strong and have no idea how you're even standing today based on what you just experienced, understand that this is your call. This is an activation to you. Your soul does have purpose, and all this was ultimately leading up to something. It was a cultivation period. And now you are moving into the light. So I know a lot of people that we love have been ripped from our lives. People are being body snatched. Okay, they're in their body, but they're just not there, if you know what I mean. So it's getting real out here, but understand that your life has purpose. If you have gone through something and you have a testimony, and it's hard to believe for yourself that you're even here standing strong, understand that I'm talking to you. You are probably a chosen one, and there's no coincidence that you're here right now. It's a time that we've talked about for many years. And I'm talking about in every oral tradition. I don't care what you believe. This is the time that they were talking about. Whoever they was, everybody's talking about this particular time in human history. So, if your soul is here on this earth right now, you're important just by that simple fact. The fact that you decided to incarnate during this particular linear timeline on earth shows how phenomenal your soul is. So I just encourage you guys to stay inspired. We're here now. You're at that last bend of the curve where the race is almost done, but your lungs are just burning. Your calves are throbbing, like you can barely feel like you can take another step, but you see that finish line ahead, and this is where we are. So continue to push forward and activate your gifts, activate your divine being. It's here. I know it because I perform miracles every single day. My clients know, we perform miracles every single day. So just hold true to what you know in your heart. Hold true to your intuition, really trust your guidance, and understand that there is a completely different spiritual essence coming in. And she fought so hard to be here. She has been written out of history. And it's really sad, to see how humanity did their own mother, So I'll just leave it at that. And yeah, it's love. It's all love. Love and light.